Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Fahrani Jaskia Sucipto. You can call me Fahra. I want to tell you about my English journey this semester. Looking back at this semester, I have to say, I'm pretty happy with how things went in this English class. I still remember the first few days. I was super nervous and kinda scared of messing up, especially when I had to speak in class. Just the thought of saying something in English made my heart race. But over time, I started to get more comfortable. Little by little, I get more confident. Sure, I still mess up sometimes or need a moment to think before talking. But if I compare myself now to the start of the semester, it's crazy to see how much I've grown. Honestly, all the effort I put in didn't go to waste. Some of the toughest moments were definitely speaking up in class or training discussions. Every time I had to talk, I felt the nervous spike. And then there was the PTSL test. It was another big challenge. I had to pay close attention to grammar, and some parts were tricky enough to really make me think. The hardest part, I think, was just being scared of looking silly and wanting everything to be perfect. But over time, I realized that messing up isn't the end of the road. It actually helped me get better. One of the coolest things I learned is how much your mindset really affects your learning. When I stopped worrying so much about making mistakes and just focus on trying, I learned faster and felt more confident. I also realized that small daily habits like reading or listening to English for a few minutes actually add up over time and make a big difference. There were also moments that made me feel really proud of myself. Every time I finished a task or project that felt super tough at first, like writing essays, prepping for the PTSOL test, or even making that animated video about narrative text, I felt accomplished. Even just understanding something new in English or my own felt like a little win. Those small victories really saw me that all the effort I put in was paying off. This semester taught me so much. My speaking and writing improved, and I learning to express my ideas more clearly. Grammar and vocabulary got stronger, especially through studying TOEFL, PTSOL, and IELTS materials and practicing writing essays. I also become more confident in class, better at managing my task, and braver about trying new things like project or presentations. Of course, there are still things I'm working on. Speaking smoothly without hesitating is still tricky. Sometimes I get stuck trying to find the right words or worry about messing up. Grammar and vocabulary still give me trouble sometimes, especially when writing, but I know that with practice I will keep improving. Looking forward, I want to speak English more naturally and confidently, expand my vocabulary, use grammar correctly without everything, and make my writing more interesting and clear. Basically, I want to keep getting better at using English in real life, not just in class. Thinking about everything I've learned and done, I feel like I deserve a pretty good grade. I've been consistent, improved my speaking, writing, grammar, and vocabulary, and stay active in class. I also always did my assessment on time and show up unless I was sick. I feel proud of the progress I've made, so an A feels like a fair reflection of all the work I've put in this semester.